Chin toward the chest, eyes closed. This is a 30-minute Vinyasa class, level 1/2. Lauren will be demonstrating, follow her lead, and the sound of my voice. Bring your shoulders all the way up into the ears, roll them down the spine, and just come into study of your breath, in and out. In and out. This is a practice for when you don't have time to fit into your schedule to do an hour. Most of us can find 30 minutes in a day for a quick check-in and realignment. And now sweep your arms all the way over your head, look in between your thumbs, and bring your hands down toward heart center, bow to your hands. As always, may this practice heal body, mind, and spirit. All right, let's roll over our knees and then face the front of the room. And I want you to come into child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes touching, walk your hands forward. Child's pose is where you go if you need a break. If you are a beginner at home, just learning, you need to skip a few poses, this is where you go. She walks her hands forward, forehead down. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Walk your hands to the right. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring all of your attention to your own breath. And then inhale, look up and lengthen. Go through center, go to the left. Exhale, fold. Forehead down, really extend through that left side of the body, right side of the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, look in between your thumbs and walk your hands back to center. Now tuck your toes and find your first down dog. Downward facing dog. Spread your fingers really wide. Press through the thumb and index finger. Pedal out your feet. One knee bends, then the other, nodding your head yes and no, and center your drishti, which is your gaze, in between your feet. Now I want you to take an inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. Good. Now close your mouth, and again, inhale through the nose, exhale, this time with the mouth closed, but like you're fogging up a mirror. This is the Ujjayi pranayama breath. So try to find this as a sustained pattern. Keep fidgeting out your legs, bending one side, straightening the other, nodding your head yes and no. And then heels up, knees bent, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Grab your elbows, let everything hang down. You're looking behind you. Not at your toes, but behind you. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one. Inhale. Release the hands down next to the toes. Exhale, fold. This time, press through your feet. Gently rise one vertebrae at a time. Halfway up. Once you get halfway up, tuck your tailbone in and then bring your arms all the way over your head. Look in between your thumbs. Bring the energy from above down into your heart and find your Tadasana. Mountain pose in English. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart, shins and calves pressing forward, chin toward the chest, either eyes closed or if your eyes are open, your gaze is to the tip of your nose. Let's break down the first Surya A. Inhale, arms reach, look in between your thumbs. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands come next to your toes. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Plant your hands. Let's step back for this first one. And on the count of 3, we lower all the way down to the chest. 3, 2, 1. Forehead down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Press your big toes into the earth. Knees lift off the mat. Exhale out. Inhale, lift head, chest. Breathe in, breathe out. For everything in this practice. Breathing in, breathing out. Don't forget to breathe. Last one. Replace the forehead down and bring the hands next to the shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra, halfway up. Elbows reach toward each other in the back. Exhale, fold forehead down. Inhale, up. Let's move into Sphinx pose. So Lauren walks her hands forward. Coming into Sphinx pose. With Sphinx pose, you want to get your shoulders away from your ears and begin to connect with the energy of the earth beneath you. Wherever your hands are, connect with what's beneath them. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Relaxing the lower back. If you feel any pinching in your lower back, this pose is not for you. Gently get out of it. Otherwise, stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Gaze gets soft. And then walk your hands back right next to your shoulders, forehead down. Inhale, upward facing dog. This time you straighten your arms, look gently forward. Exhale, round the spine, downward facing dog. Big clearing breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good job. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Rotate that right hip downward and bring that right foot in between your hands. Drop the back left knee on the mat. Gently come into a low lunge here. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. And then if you want more fire in your practice, tuck the toes of the back left foot and come into a low standing lunge. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one. Good. And now bring the right foot to meet the other. Move through a vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Rotate that left hip down, toes pointed straight down, and bring that foot in between your hands. Drop the right knee on the mat. Take a moment here. Look up and lengthen. Extend the toes away from you. Breathe. Sinking deeper into that right hip. Last breath. Tuck the toes and come into a standing lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Straighten that right leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Last one. And move through vinyasa. Step back into your plank and move through a chaturanga. Up dog and downward facing dog. Good. Heels up, knees bent. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet. Rise all the way up. Hands touch. Through heart center, Tadasana. Moving into 3 Surya Namaskara A's, sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach. Look in between your thumbs. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Plant your hands, step or hop. Move through your vinyasa, upward facing dog. Now Lauren is hopping, downward facing dog, but you are welcome to step back, one leg and then the other. In order to modify your practice, you can also skip the vinyasas and step right back to downward facing dog. Looking in between your feet, breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Heels up, knees bent, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet, rise all the way up. Hands touch through heart center. Tadasana. Surya Namaskara A, number 2. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Plant your hands, step or hop. Move through vinyasa, upward facing dog. If you're hopping, you must land with your elbows bent, downward facing dog. Look in between your feet and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels up, knees bent, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet, rise all the way up. Hands touch. Look in between your thumbs. Bring your hands through heart center. Tadasana. Last Surya A. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down, hands next to the toes. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Plant your hands, step or hop. Move through Vinyasa, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale, right leg lifts, bring it in between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back left foot now. Ground the left hand down right underneath the left shoulder and reach the right arm up. Look up to that right hand and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Replace the right hand down and then move back through a Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bring it in between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back right foot. Look up and lengthen. Start in this lunge. Then ground the right hand right underneath the shoulder. Left arm comes up. Look up to that top hand and breathe for 5, 4, in and out, 3, 2, and 1. Replace the left hand down right next to the shoulder and move through a Vinyasa. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Look in between your feet and breathe. Good. Heels up, knees bent, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keep your fingertips on the ground, bend your knees, reach into Utkatasana. Find your chair. Sweep your arms all the way up. Bring your pelvis back, tilt it slightly forward. Bring all the weight of the body in toward your heels. Sink a little bit lower, and let's move through a Surya B. So fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Plant your hands, step or hop. Move through Vinyasa, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, bring it in between your hands and come into Warrior One. Let's take a moment. Warrior One is when the back left foot swivels down sideways, arms reach, hold here. Maybe hands touch, maybe back bend. Move through a Vinyasa in the center. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bring it in between the hands. Come into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Arms reach, back right foot swivels down. Maybe hands touch. Maybe back bend. Move through Vinyasa, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. We're only doing one of those in this 30-minute practice, so breathe for 5. Remember, when you're at home, you can put on any music that you want to accompany this practice. Make it intense, make it meditative, make it your own. Last breath. Heels up, knees bent, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Wiggle your feet about hip-width distance apart. Make a peace sign, catch the inside of your big toes. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Shoulders lift away from the ears, bend your knees as much as you want, and nod your head yes and no. Remember looking behind you, not at your toes. Breathe in, breathe out. And then inhale, look up and lengthen, and if you're able, step on your toes. Toes come to the wrist creases. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once more. Good. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Release the hands. Hands come to the hips. Use your core. Come all the way up to standing. Good. Find your Tadasana. And let's do a Surya A. Inhale, arms reach. Look in between your thumbs. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Plant your hands, step or hop. Move through Vinyasa, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Parsvakonasana, right leg lifts. Bring it in between the hands and come into Warrior 2. Arms out like a T. Good job. Now hold this. If we do this correctly, Warrior 2 is a challenging pose. Look to the right hand and beyond. Squeeze that right knee open. Try for a right angle between the right knee and right ankle. If that's not happening, you can do less, but never have that knee pass your toes. Sink a little deeper into that knee. Good. Inhale, reverse. And we have options here. The right hand can go down to a block on the inside of the right foot if you want, or you can bring the right elbow to the right thigh, left arm up. So Lauren's chosen the modification here. If you don't have any blocks at home, this is a good choice. Now she's going to do something mindful with that right hand. So she already has her hand out. So that's exactly perfect. Or you can make a soft fist, but what you don't want to do is have that right hand just hanging there. She's looking up to the top hand. As you inhale, you go deeper into the right knee. As you exhale, you twist your heart open to the sky. Inhale, go deeper. Exhale, twist. Inhale, go deeper. Exhale, twist. Fullest extension of your pose here. Last one. Inhale, go deeper. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back into warrior two. And reverse. Cartwheel your hands down. Flow through vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg lifts. We're doing the left side. Bring it in between your hands and come into warrior two on the left side. For this one, let's flip our palms up. Shoulders away from the ears, and same thing. We begin by squeezing that left knee open, trying for a right angle or perhaps slightly less, looking to that left hand and the fingers and beyond, going far into the distance. Inhale, reverse. Left hand on the block on the inside of the left foot, or left elbow to the left thigh, right arm up. As you inhale, you go deeper into left knee. Exhale, twist your heart open to the sky. Inhale, go deeper. Exhale, twist. Inhale, go deeper. Exhale, twist. Inhale, go deeper. Exhale, twist. Fullest extension here. Maybe let your head lean back. Inhale, back into warrior two. And reverse. Cartwheel your hands down, move through vinyasa, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Moving into dolphin here. Let's drop our knees. Let's find a few cat-cows. So bring your knees onto the mat. Inhale, head lifts. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, head lifts. Exhale, round. Start to feel, keep going, start to feel like you have a lot more space in your back than even a few short minutes ago when we began. Come back to neutral, extend the right hand forward, kick the left leg back. Find strong line of energy through the body, and then if you would like more, reach that right arm back and catch open to the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Last one. Release, extend, feel energy coming through all parts of your body here. Last breath, and then come back, hands and knees. One round of cat-cow. Inhale, head lifts. Exhale, round. Good. Come back to neutral. Left hand forward, right leg back. Strong lines of energy through your entire body. So you can feel energy coming out of both your hand and your foot here, starting to connect the circuitry of energy inside the body. If you want more, reach back, catch, open to the left side, breathe. For 3, big inhale, exhale from the core, trying again to keep your mouth closed here. You're sustaining internal breath. Last one, and extend, release, feel that energy, lines of energy, and come back, hands and knees. One round of cat-cow, inhale, head lifts. Exhale, round the spine. From here, we're gonna come back to neutral and then drop our elbows, interlace our hands for dolphin. Tuck your toes, straighten your legs. Find your dolphin. Your head is off the mat. You're pressing deep through your forearms, looking in between your toes. And if you want more, lift the right leg and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Left leg lifts for 4, 3, 2, And 1, walk your feet back, find your forearm plank, and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet all the way back, find your best dolphin, and take a child's pose. Knees drop, big toes touching, hips open, walk your hands forward. Remembering that dolphin is an inversion pose. What is an inversion? An inversion is whenever the head is below the hips. You do not have to do the big fancy poses like handstand or Pinchamarasana or headstand in order to get all the benefits of doing an inversion. Dolphin is just fine. Contraindications for inversions: detached retina, glaucoma, any other issues with the eyes. It's best not to bring your head below your hips. Otherwise, for most of us, we should be all good. Last few breaths here in her child's pose. Good. Now lift your elbows off the mat, look in between your thumbs, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And then she's going to drop her knees, and we're about to do camel for our back bend. So come to standing on your knees. And then you're going to bring your blocks back next to your heels. Again, if you don't have blocks at home, there are options. All right, now come up onto your knees, hands next to the hips. Now engage your toes, so tuck your toes, good. Now some of us who are really bendy can get the feet flat, but for these, we're going to try to keep the toes extended. Bring your hands to prayer. This is our back bend practice for a 30-minute. Now, some of us aren't going to want to do back bends. If this is us, we're just going to stay right here. If you want more, you begin to look up and lengthen, bringing your hands toward the sky, and then you're going to open the right hand and bring it back onto the block. Left hand, bring it back onto the block. Now, if you don't have blocks, you can bring your hands onto the tops of your heels here, but wherever you are, you're going to push your pelvis forward and lean forward. Breathe. And maybe some of us like to have our head leaning back. For other of us, that hurts. Do what feels right to you. Don't forget to breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chin into the chest and come back. And then come to sit on your heels and bring your hands, backs of the hands on the thighs, palms up. Beautiful. Chin toward the chest. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have 2 more of these. So come to standing on your knees again, hands to prayer. Inhale. Begin to look forward. Bring your hands up toward the sky. And then if you want more, reach the right hand back and then the left hand back. Push your pelvis forward. Chest opens. This is a big heart opener. What is a heart opener? It's whenever the whole chest is open and extended forward. This is very good for emotional blockages, releasing, opening, bringing more love into your life. Last breath, chin toward the chest and come back. Sit on your heels, backs of the hands on the thighs, palms up. We breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one, because we always do back bends in 3s. Come up to your knees, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach the right arm and then the left. Press your pelvis forward. Maybe let your head lean back unless you're somebody who has a difficult issue with your neck. Make sure you do this practice for your own body. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chin into the chest, come forward, and immediately come into downward facing dog. That is the counter pose for camel. It should feel really good. Look in between your feet and breathe. Moving into penguin, right leg lifts, right knee to right wrist. Inhale, look up and lengthen, and exhale, fold. Come into your penguin here. So the knee is down. And then you're going to bring the right knee toward the right wrist, and then the left foot goes toward the left wrist. If you're somebody like Lauren who has a difficulty with this pose, she's modifying. We're going to show this, and then we're going to show the modification. So if you're here for penguin, this is you, pigeon. Otherwise, come back into downward facing dog. Bring the feet forward and come to seated. We're going to come down onto our back to show them reclining pigeon. She's going to come onto her back. So you're either doing full pigeon, which is what she began to show you, or reclining pigeon. Arms up, come all the way down. Right ankle toward the left wrist. You're going to push the right knee away from you, and then you're going to reach in between your hands, in between your legs with the right, and reach over with the left, and you'll grab either over or under that left knee. Now let's do a big inhale. Inhale, let it out, open your mouth. Good, this should feel very good. So, depending on what you choose, if you chose full pigeon, which is the one where you're on, your chest is facing toward the mat, that is a big hip opener. If you chose reclining pigeon, as she is on her back, you get a heart opener and a hip opener. And you'll know in time which one is meant for you. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one. And then let's switch sides. So unwind, release, and then bring the left ankle on top of the right knee. Press the left knee out away from you. Thread the needle. Bring the left hand through the hole in between. Hands clasp either over or under that right knee. Hug everything in. Close your eyes now and breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out for about 4 more breaths here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Bring your hands in cactus and then cross the right knee over the left. Inhale, legs drop to the left, and head and neck drop to the right. Take an inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it go. Focus on your breath. Pay attention. If your mind ran away to somewhere else, gently escort it back over and over and over as many times as is necessary. And remember, if you're breathing, you are doing this practice. Even if you have a body that can't take you through an entire practice, if you sit, listen, breathe, do what you can, then you are doing the work. Last breath. Come back to center, uncross, and then cross the left over the right. Legs drop to the right, head and neck drop to the left. Close your eyes and breathe. Another big heart opener here. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. With each breath, see your hips relaxing just a little bit more. Telling your back to relax. Do a scan of your body here. Try to feel where you're holding on to tension. And then send a gentle breath to that place. Last breath here. And then come back to neutral, uncross. And let's find a happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet. Tailbone reaches toward the mat. And then you can rock your knees from side to side. You can straighten one leg and then the other. Whatever feels right to you. And then hug your knees in, forehead to the knees. Flex everything. And then find your Shavasana. Flat on your back. Lift your heart, slide your shoulders under. What does that mean? That means wiggling your shoulder blades in toward each other in the back until the backs of the hands come down next to the hips. Palms face up naturally. 3 breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. And last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Finding your Shavasana. Relax the right hand and the left hand. Relax the right arm and the left arm. Relax the right leg and the left leg. Relax all the muscles in the face. Relax your throat. Relax your jaw. Relax the tension in your chest. Relax even the idea of relaxing. See a bright white light in the top of the sky, coming down to connect with the top of your head. And then see this bright white light going down through the body, clearing tension and anxiety as it goes. Starting with the top of the head, down through the face, the throat, the chest, hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, tops of the feet, and soles of the feet. Breathe with your whole body. Whole body breathes. And now start deepening your inhalations and exhalations. Stretch your arms like you're first waking in the morning. Hug your knees in. Roll to the right side. Take a moment. And then press up to seated. Eyes closed. Sit up tall. Forehead gently bowed. Chin gently toward the chest. Backs of the hands on the thighs. Palms up. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it out. And then bring your hands to prayer. As always, may this practice heal body, mind, and spirit. Namaste.